going, everybody? Everything's on my love. Great recipes here. Uh, how y'all Sunday going? My Sunday's going pretty good, you know. It's going pretty good. So I said Spanish rice, but I kind of come up with my own recipe for it. Okay. So if you happen to see this on Facebook or on YouTube, go ahead and drop me a like. Tell me what you think of the video. First thing I'm gonna do is instead of using beef on my Spanish rice, I'm going to use chicken, and we're going to see how it turns out. So I need my, I'm not sure if I have another one. That one right there. Yeah. So first off, let me wash my hands again. I just took a shower, so I shouldn't need to do this, but I am going to do it. So wash my hands, 20 seconds. Both sides, get the soap in there real nice, get it wet. Do it more so you got suds. Recommended 20 seconds, you know what I'm saying? That's what the health department says. Ooh, that's kind of hot. Okay. Dang it. Alright, so just kind of lounging around today, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up this chicken. And then we'll fry up the chicken. We'll put our rice on, which it's most recipes that I've seen said minute rice, so because it goes quicker or whatnot. But I got regular rice because I got it from the pantry, so there ain't nothing wrong with that. It may take just a little bit longer to cook. That's okay. So I got 2 chicken breasts. I'll go ahead and cut them up, kind of smaller chunks. You know what I'm saying? Last night we make good fillets. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that and that. Couple people, I posted a couple videos this week on YouTube. A couple people went and watched them, and most of the people that end up watching my videos are not subscribers. It's cool, because I think I've said this before, but there's keywords that you put in the title of your videos that shows what kind of exposure you're gonna get. Because when people go to YouTube, they search for videos. So depending on what they're searching for, if they're searching for something you're talking about, like in this video, it'll be best homemade recipe, best quick, easy recipe for Spanish rice is what the title of this one's going to be on YouTube. If you watch this and you think maybe I should name it something different, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate the feedback because it helps me do other shows, you know what I'm saying? If you tell me something that you think the show needs to have, or something that I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing, or something that I'm not doing that I should be doing, if you let me know, then I got something I can go off of to change things if I need to change anything. Not saying I need to change anything. I'm just, I want my viewers to be a part of my channel. Basically helping me run it somewhat. I just think that would be really cool. So what I'm going to do, actually what I should do now before I even get any further, is I'm going to take some classic olive oil, and we're going to put a couple teaspoons in the bottom of the oil, or in the bottom of our skillet. Now we're going to turn the skillet on to medium heat, and I'm going to go back to cooking my chicken. Or cutting my chicken, sorry. Now this is boneless, skinless breast, so I'm just cutting it up into small pieces. I'm going to fry it up. I got to get my rice boiling, or get my water boiling for my rice, so I need to grab this pan right maybe, I don't know, probably do 3-4 cups of water. I'm going to turn it on high just to get it boiling, you know what I'm saying? And then I got my white rice right here. I was thinking about mixing the rices, but I think the brown rice cooks a little different than the white rice, so I'm not going to mix them. Um, and like I said, it is going to be different because it is Spanish rice done with chicken. Chiril, I think is what it's called in Spanish. Chiro, or that might be pork. No, chorizo, I think is pork. I can't remember exactly. I do. I used to have. I got a baby mama who was into Puerto Ricans at one point in time, and she learned how to cook with this spice. It's called sazon or sazon, Sazon. It's good for cooking pork chops. Um, I've tried it on other things, but you know, you kind of coat both sides with it. And we tried it with chicken, and it's a decent Puerto Rican seasoning. And because, see, I've been looking to get into ethnic cooking, you know what I'm saying? Doing different dishes from different authenticities, or however you want to say that. So our chicken's cut up. So I'm going to drain some of this water off just so we're not making the grease pop. Then we're going to take and put it into the pan. Put it all in. Okay. Now, the reason I say this is my own is because I got mild pico de gallo. I got chicken broth, which the chicken broth is what I'm going to use to and actually we don't do it like that. I'm not doing it like that. I'm gonna fry my chicken, then I'm gonna add the chicken broth, then I'm gonna add the rice, then I'm gonna bring it to a boil, and I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna let it simmer. And and then I'm gonna add some of the pico de gallo and some of the salsa, and we're gonna let it cook for like 35, 40 minutes. The first thing I gotta do though is I gotta get this chicken done. In olive oil, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, something has been telling me to steer away from the vegetable oil. I did get spray pan and things, and you know, there's a few things that, like, I quit drinking pop. It's been about 6 months since I had an actual pop. Now I've taken sips, drinks here and there of pop, but I just basically quit drinking it. And I just up and decided to do that, you know? That was just something I was like, man, maybe we should do without all this pop, this soda, however you want to put it, that we're intaking every day. Because I used to drink Coke all day long. I mean, yeah, sure, I would exchange the Coke with iced coffees, and I drink 3 to 12 iced coffees a day, you know, large iced coffees. Um, but it's water, and then you got your coffee. Um, and then I don't do very much cream. I don't do very much sugar in it. I mean, there's a certain way I like my coffees to look. And the ladies at McDonald's, they are real good about making my coffees. They see me multiple times a day. I think I've said this before, actually. But I had a friend that was talking about some some bachelorette party treats. And so I was looking online today and I found some pans to make these party treats. And I was thinking about doing it because she asked me, she said, so how can we make it look like there's actually veins on it? Okay. And so the pans that I found, you know, in the bottom of it had what it looked like little veins or whatnot. So I was thinking, I pour in a different type of batter, you know, just enough to fill up where the veins will be, and then I pour in the rest of a different color batter to make it, stand out like some veins. And it was just she had me rolling all day earlier today about it. It was kind of comical, but she found somebody else, so it's maybe something that I might do. I don't know, just because it can be. I mean, I'll probably have to put um, content is adult rated, just because of what it's going to be, but that's okay. I thought I had my first lady gonna pay me for my cooking, and she that made me happy. That made me proud, because if somebody is willing to pay me for something I love doing, that is amazing. That's a win-win situation. And of course, it was gonna be, you know me. I do live videos about everything that I cook and everything that I do. So yes, it was gonna be a live video. Now this is chicken broth and chicken with the rice. Um, Really, this chicken broth this chicken is almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this pico de gallo into it. Um, my hands are clean, so I don't have to worry about that. And then the rest of the way it's cooking, I'm gonna let it cook with this little bit of this, and then we'll add more in as we go. But I want to get some peppers and some onion in there as it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Just to cook with the chicken. And it's got I think I've made this a homemade recipe once before too. Um, I did pico de gallo, I do believe. It was back last year, like, and around about this time last year actually. So instead of doing it like I don't even know what a normal way to do Spanish rice is. I just know that I'm trying it this way, and I'm gonna see what I come up with. Um, I have somebody who personally tests everything, besides my girls when they're around, they love my cooking. And that makes me very happy, because I never thought that anybody would get any type of value out of anything I did. And this thinking led me to isolate myself, not caring if I had friends, not caring if I talked to people. You know what I'm saying? And this, it puts you in a state of mind that makes you feel like you need to be alone all the time. Um, if you think of yourself as being of no value to anybody, being of no use to anybody, uh, and this can honestly make life hard, make life worse, and get you feeling really bad when you really don't need to be. Because if you tell yourself every day that you are of some value, that you are happy with your life, that you're thankful with your life, that you're thankful for everything you have, if you keep repeating it daily and you keep believing in that daily, soon enough, that's how everything is. The universe is giving you abundantly, because you are giving that vibe to the universe, If you tell the universe, oh, I hate my life, I hate the way things are, then it's going to make everything around not worth liking. It's all about how you think your days through. I'm learning this, I've been learning this, and I firmly stand by it now. Um, and it has changed so much in my life. I got people telling me that I haven't talked to in years that just quit talking to me just because of the path I was leading. That they're proud of me. They're proud of the person I have become. Okay, so we're gonna add the can, and then um, we're gonna use. This should be quartered. we're going to use 3/4 cup of rice. We'll see what that does. It might be a little much. Okay, we're going to turn this up now. We want to get it boiling. There's a 1/2 cup of rice. And then I'm going to spread the rice into it. And then once it gets boiling, I'll turn it to a simmer. And then I'll get the lid and I'll cover it up. Okay. And there's that. I'm going to stir it around. We're going to get it all mixed up. Let's hope that was enough. I might need to add some more. It might need to be like a cup because there's a lot of. I put the whole thing of chicken broth in there, so we might end up having to add some more rice. Dang it, not make a mess, which I definitely was doing. Okay, stir this into it. Oh, it smells so good, let me tell you. So I'm also thinking that maybe, where's it at? I know I got, oh, there's one. Maybe throw some lemon juice in there. Okay, now we'll just let that come to a boil. So we're going to turn it up to 9. Smells good, people. We're going to let it come to a boil. Then I will get the lid. It's right here. Okay, I'll show you what we got going on. Like I said, we'll bring it to a boil, which is starting to boil, but I kind of want a little bit more of a boil. Once I bring it to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to a simmer, and I'm going to let it simmer for like 30-40 minutes. I'm going to continue to stir it as it goes along and cooks. So far I've put in the chicken, the rice, the pico de gallo, and then I have salsa and a little bit of taco sauce to add to it. But that'll be later on once everything gets cooked, because I don't want the rice to just suck up everything except for the broth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now we're starting to get a good boil on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the lid on, turn it down to medium. I loved my muffins the other night. I ate every single one of them. Every single one of them. We're done with this, so we're going to throw this away. They're showing the house I'm staying in, so I'm going to be living somewhere else soon enough. That's okay. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to get into something different, you know? I've been here long enough. That phase of my life is gone. It was gone a little earlier on, but there was things that I had to do for me to get past this level, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now that we got it down on 5, like I said, I'm going to continue to stir it. Maybe I should have added more rice. Probably. Okay. So yes, I'm going to add more rice. Because I could have been completely wrong, like it might call for 3 or 4 cups of rice. I don't know. I'm just doing the recipe myself. Learn as I go, you know what I'm saying? I like learning things that way. You know, I learned how to work on cars that way. I learned how to build models that way. Doing it myself. Not asking for help. The only help if there was times that I needed to ask for help and I was stubborn and didn't ask. So the job took that much longer. Because, 2 brains together is better than one brain, for one thing. For two, when it comes to working on vehicles, somebody's done it before you. Especially with me being the age I am, somebody's done it before me, so they know. And if I would have not been so hard-headed, not been so stubborn, then I probably would have got through the problems that I was having with the vehicle much easier and much quicker. You live, you learn, right? You always learn something. And I kind of look back at all the things that I didn't learn from, that I took my own steps stubbornly and bullheadedly. I look back at that and I just think, wow, I really wish I could do this again, because it would have changed so much if I would have done it just a different way. If I would have to put just a little more effort into things and not been so bullheaded and stubborn, my life wouldn't have had to have been as hard as it was for 20 years. And this is one of the lessons that I had to learn. And it was a really hard, because I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see that there was a lesson about bullheadedness, about being stubborn. I didn't want to see that it was actually a problem. It was the way I was living, and I felt that that was right. The whole time it wasn't right, because things kept happening. Things to stop the way I was living, to stop what I was doing, to stop where I was. Just things kept happening. And I didn't ever pay attention to the signs. But once I started paying attention to the signs that kept occurring in my life, and I decided to change them, I decided to change the way I did things, to the way I thought about things. Once I decided to do that, my life has become so much easier, so much more fruitful than what it was before. Okay, so I think we're going to go a little bit longer, just because the rice, regular rice takes a little while, but it's simmering. I don't want to break into it and the rice still be hard. I don't like my rice like that. Um, but now that we're this far along, I think we can go ahead and add some more pico de gallo. Um, Give me a second and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. And then I just want some more of this water to burn off. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not even water. It's chicken broth. That's what it is. And then once that happens, then I will add in my salsa, and then we'll cook all that together, and then we should be almost done. Now it did call for when I first looked, because I looked through like 6 Spanish rice recipes, and I didn't even think about looking at it and seeing if they made one with chicken. That was just something I got the gist. Oh my goodness, I got the gist of the recipe, and then I thought about things on how I could do it myself, homemade, and this is going to be the outcome. Okay, now we're going to stir all this in, and we're going to really turn it down to like a 3. Okay, and stir it all together, because right now it's white. And I had white chili the other day. White chili is done with chicken, and it was kind of good. She made it kind of spicy. I really liked it. It was something different, I don't think I've ever had chicken chili before. But she gave me a recipe, so that might be something that I'm going to end up doing too. Okay, so I probably needed to get 2 cans, or 2 bottles, or 2 jars of um, salsa, because that was not enough. That's okay. We will make it work, because I still have some taco sauce. And we already got the peppers and the tomatoes and that type of stuff in it. So, anyways, we're about done with the recipe. I just want to let it cook for a little bit longer. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. And you can tell me what you think in the comments. I don't know. If you go back, if you watch the whole video from beginning to end, let me know what you think of my topic, what you think of my my conversation, the content that I put into the video. I'd really appreciate it. Drop me a like if you like it. Drop me a sad face if you didn't like it. Drop me a happy face if you thought it was hilarious. The care emoji if you just think I'm doing a pretty good job. If you are on YouTube and you happen to watch this video, drop me a like, comment your name, and I'll send you $5. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll turn down to 3. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we got going on. Tell me what you think. So this is my Spanish rice.